This is the Taylor Swift camera.
I'm stuck in space, got a daydream running through my brain every day.
So my summer season has finally come to an end, and I finally have some time for you lot. And I'm making videos for this channel once again. Yes, you might have seen me posting some review videos here and there. Those were scheduled to do that. But things that I really wanted to talk about in terms of photography, gear, whatnot, anything like that, is really kind of been put to the secondary priority in my list, because I've been so busy photographing every single day, and I can tell you a little bit more about that probably towards the end of the video. But yeah, I have done a lot of testing. I've done a lot of testing with my professorships, with some of the lenses that I receive for review. I just haven't really published them, and one of which is kind of my favorite lens that I bought this year, that I've been promising you guys to make a video of, which I haven't done since I returned from Japan. And that's the lens I got there, which is the Voigtlander Super Nocton 29mm f/0.8. That lens is magical. Yeah, I really like that lens. I want to talk all about it in my video. So just have to be a little bit more patient. It's in the making. I'm just trying to gather more sample images that I could just showcase the quality of that lens and how special it is, why I think it's just that lens for Michael Four Third. Well, you've seen the title about Taylor Swift camera, which I'm going to come on to that in just a second. But celebrity using cameras is not a new thing. They're entitled to take some photographs, right? They're entitled to buy whatever camera. In fact, you can buy any camera on earth. The likes of maybe Brad Pitt using Leica, the Queen. The Queen is a very, very famous, known Leica M user. Things like that often generate a lot of interest, especially for those who are into cameras. So I'm walking down this beaten path that I haven't been for a while. And last time I walked along here was during COVID time. That time I was feeling a little bit down, a little bit depressed because of the lockdown. I lost all my jobs within weeks. So it was quite a depressing time for me. So I told myself that I needed to get out the door, head out, just walk around. So this was the path that I took last time when I was here. So I'm taking the same path now. I'm going to walk to Southmere, another south side of London, just to enjoy a little bit of outdoor space. So I kind of like that. And in fact, I took quite a few different photos around here for the Laowa 6mm lens that I reviewed around here as well. So yeah, you might actually recognize some of the features that I'm going to walk through.
You know that I won't lie like this. I don't wanna hide everything, like say that we're just friends, but no friends don't kiss. I feel my body giving in. You want my heart, baby, you say it don't faze me, but oh no, that's not how I think.
Right, okay. I have arrived my destination. This is the Southmere Lake. I've been documenting the changes around here for quite a number of years now. That area over there used to be a lot of housings, but now they've all been demolished and they will be rebuilt as one of those really posh-looking new apartment buildings. So that's going to be quite interesting when the whole area is redeveloped, because it would not look like what it was before. So yeah, I'm quite keen to actually have a look at the before and after comparison, that's for sure. But anyway, now we're here, let's talk a little bit about Taylor Swift again. Anyone who know about, celebrity using camera would know the kind of like the celebrity effects. It's like obviously a cool thing for any brand, right? If a very popular person like Taylor Swift wearing something on the body that is recognizable, it can almost guarantee to be an overnight hit. Yeah, sure. Branded dresses, purse, handbags, watches, and things like that, like magazine will be swarmed to look at exactly what they're wearing, what they're using, what they're carrying, and then subsequently all those become a hot product. So I have three cameras right in front of me here, but of course I'm going to focus on one particular camera, which is now, I would call it, or has the nickname of Taylor Swift's camera, right? The E-M10 Mark IV. I'm not entirely sure how many other E-M10 that she owns before that, but all I know is that from some of the previous photos I've seen online, she did have the E-M1 Mark I, the silver version, when she was shooting, like when she was still a teenager, really. So she's not new to Olympus. She's been using Olympus for, let's say, a number of years already, judging by E-M1, you know, until right now is probably about 8 years, 9 years, probably. Yeah, so it's quite a long time. So she's probably very familiar with the interfaces, and she's used to the buttons and layout, and that's probably why she kind of move on from the E-M1 and downgrade it. No, I wouldn't say downgrade it, but to find something that's more suitable for a lifestyle. Because E-M1 is still a larger camera, still a little bit heavier. So something like the E-M10 is probably more appropriate. And styling-wise, you know, I know that people maybe have a divisive opinions there, but the E-M1 would be more like a kind of like a larger body, is more suitable for like a proper high-end photographer. It's not as fashionable, let's say, compared to the likes of E-M5 and E-M10. So the E-M10 seems to be the camera that's more suitable for her lifestyle. So I think actually pretty cool because you can actually do a lot with this camera. You can shoot beautiful photos. And the latest version has 20 megapixel together with 4K videos capability. So another cool thing about the E-M10, of course, is, well, pop-up flash. You may actually think that pop-up flash is for amateurs and things like that, but, you know, this sort of harsh shadow looking artificial light images has becoming more trendy in the last couple of years. People love pop-up flash or built-in flash from cameras, from point-and-shoot cameras. They like to have that kind of really old-school 80s, 90s vibe in their photographs, you know, having a pop-up feel like, you know, just creating this harsh shadow line on your cheeks and on your neck and things like that. This is probably another reason why she kind of liked that. Yeah, you can just kind of see here, I'm just going to pop the flash up. There we go, that's the pop-up flash. So because all the subsequent models like the E-M5, the E-M1 and all the latest model now don't have pop-up flash. And that's the thing, right? That's another thing that I think a lot of the newer cameras don't have that. You know, the ZF, ZFC, both of them don't have a pop-up flash. You have to attach any, you know, external flashes if you want to have that effect. The only one that has a built-in flash would probably be the X100. That's a built-in flash. But apart from that, really, this is the only option. Now, between the two, you know, even though Taylor Swift is rich, you know, and she can buy any camera, like I said, and perhaps for free, you know, someone will just gift it to her. But she chooses using this one is because once again, I think it's because of the versatility, also lightweight and compact form factor, which is a little bit better than the X100, which is, to me, it's just a little bit more technical. It's a little bit more, I would say, less than ideal kind of day-to-day easygoing camera. You know, don't get me wrong, it's a brilliant camera, the X100. I love to own one, but it's, you know, to me, I think I don't justify myself buying one of those. It's good looking, it's really capable, but I already have so many cameras already, and the X100 will be a surplus if I get one. I don't know how many times I'm going to use that one. So for now, I'm just going to hold back, just wait until the time comes, and I might get one myself in the future. But for now, I think if anyone come up to me, ask me that if I want a daily carry, if I want something that is really easygoing, really kind of cool, if you can still get hold of one, I'm pretty sure you can still get some E-M10s around, and this would probably be my choice because the latest Mark IV version is by far the best E-M10 iterations that I've seen, because the Mark I, Mark II, Mark III, despite they're good, the Mark IV definitely up the game in terms of resolutions and also stabilization. So this is actually still very, very modern. So if you can't get hold of the E-M10, what would be my other recommendations? Well, first of all, it would be this. If you can still get hold of it, again, because Olympus or OM System doesn't make these cameras anymore, it would be a shame. So like the only places you can find is probably some old dead stock, whatever you call it, basically dead stock. So it's new camera just been lying around, that's all. So you can still probably find them around some camera stores, maybe even online, they can still sell them, will be the EPL9/10. The 10 will be the latest, but essentially it's the same as the EPL9. There's just some styling tweaks and also software tweaks there, but essentially it's the same camera. So I have actually one of the best versions of it, which is the EPL9 denim version. So it's got the really cool looking denim leather cladding around the body. It's super sexy to look at. It's just really cool. Again, it has a pop-up flash, which is really cool. And because it's a Micro Four Thirds mount, so you can use the same lenses, you can just swap around them, you can use big, huge, humongous pro lenses if you really want to. But in terms of feature-wise, it's probably equivalent to the E-M10, bar that this only has a 3-axis stabilization, while this guy has 5. So stabilization-wise, this is still going to be a little bit better than this. However, in terms of video quality, it's probably about the same. Resolution is slightly less in 16, but again, it's day-to-day capture, right? It's not something you're going to blow bake and things like that. You know, just 6x4 pin, 7x5 is totally fine. So the EPL9, another one. And finally, comes to the slightly more modern camera. When I say modern, like, you know, like newer camera, would be the Nikon ZFC. So the reason I'm choosing these three is because it's around about the same price range, right? For what you can get right now. So the ZFC you can get brand new for about £700, and with the lens kit, probably about just under £1,000. So it's a gorgeous looking camera. You can see that I love this camera a bit. You haven't seen my full review. The review is right up here. It's a nice camera. It's really good, but again, I don't think this is a suitable camera for someone like Taylor Swift, for instance, because it's still a little bit more technical. It hasn't got IBIS. The shutter speed is maxing out at 4,000 per second, and there's a lot of limitations there. Video quality isn't exactly great, and plus, because it hasn't got IBIS, the video footage is going to be shaking all over the place. But more importantly, it hasn't got a pop-up flash, like I said earlier. So even though as good as you're looking, you know, if you're looking for something that is to be carrying every day without having to worry too much, this may not be the camera for you. This is more like for pure photographers who like the purity of everything, like don't any sort of digital assistance and things like that. And that will be the camera to go for. That's why I bought this in the first place. But for other people, I think these two cameras are probably the best. So final thoughts about today's video, right? I think it's pretty cool, once again, to see Taylor Swift uses the E-M10. You know, using any sort of Olympus cameras, of course, is good for the brand, although technically the brand doesn't really exist. So that's kind of my dilemma in this video. It's great to see someone appreciating a brand. It's good to see someone so famous appreciating the design, the capabilities of the camera, and actually use it to document the daily lives. It's cool. It's really cool. And more cool is that she wasn't paid to do this. She just used the cameras. So she's using it on her own. She just loved the camera, I suppose. So that is pretty awesome, right? So that really is about today's video. I think, to me, as an Olympus fan, as an Olympus system fan, as a Micro Four Thirds fan, it's so cool to see someone like Taylor Swift uses it. But at the same time, I feel a little bit disappointed that, you know, none of this company, Micro Four Thirds company, had taken up the opportunity to make this explode, which could have been a viral thing, you know, like overnight. Imagine she's carrying the latest camera from OM system, you know, the OM5, for instance. In fact, imagine that. You would see the OM5 sales gone through the roof, not up, but through the roof. It would be like a seller item overnight, because that's what a celebrity does, you know. And but the thing is, she's using an E-M10. And that's the thing, there's a dead stock, or if you can find new, if not, there'll be used market. So it may drive up the used prices, but it doesn't really have any sort of positive impact to the current company, which is OM System. I think it's a missed opportunity, a big missed opportunity there. I don't know, you know, because obviously I'm not familiar with Taylor Swift, and obviously she already used the E-M1 way back, you know, in the past. I don't know why nobody noticed that. Why don't someone just kind of formulate something in the marketing and create some sort of scheme and collaborations things that would make that happen? And I can tell you that celebrities like Taylor Swift could easily turn around a company's fortune. And it's just like the X100, it became an overnight sensation all of a sudden 2-3 years ago, and now, even now, 3 years on, the X100 is still a sellout camera. There you go. So this is kind of my 2 cents about this whole thing. And I hope someone paid notice, and I really hope that someone within OM System would think about, reconsider the E-M10 and the EPL or the Pen series line, because these 2 cameras can be very important for the survival of Micro Four Thirds. Peace out.
As time goes by, wanna keep heading round the circles, never letting go, never letting go. As time goes by, wanna keep
So welcome to the bonus section. What do you guys think about the E-M10? What I said about in the video. Can Taylor Swift effect pushes or convince Olympus system to rethink about this camera? This very camera that I rated so highly in my review that I think is actually a great camera for any photographer regardless of levels. No, whether it's a beginner, whether it's an experienced, whether even a professional. Look, I still use this guy here, you know, and okay, not a lot because I have other cameras to use, but capability-wise, this is as good as any other cameras I've got. It hasn't got face detect, so what? It hasn't got, you know, 4K 60, it hasn't got 4K 120. But for day-to-day capture and everyday camera, this guy is value for money. Even when it's brand new, it's still cheaper than a lot of cameras you can get on the market right now, including some of the Sony point-and-shoot cameras. This is crazy price. This is crazy price. Value for money. And this is why, in Japan, the E-M10 was always a sellout camera, you know, for many, many years. It's always in the top 3 in sales charts, apart from this year. So, but yeah, you know what I mean. This is actually a very, very cool camera, very important camera. And I really hope that someone will pay notice about what Taylor has done here. She wasn't paid to do it. She's still using Olympus camera, not Olympus system camera. So she loved that camera. And she's been using it for many years, like I said in the video already. And yeah, please, I just want someone to do something about it. I'm hoping for the good for the company, not so much about anything else. You know, I would like to see Olympus system thrive. At the moment, I think they are very focused, which is a good thing in a way, but it's too focused in wildlife, outdoor. But they kind of forget about a lot of the smaller areas that could potentially be the mass market. I know, you know, fighting in a big pond with lots of other fishes can be a bit challenging at the same time, but the moment like this comes only once in a lifetime, or maybe a couple of times if you're lucky. Yeah, if you don't catch it, it's gone. It's gone. And look, you know, this could be the time for you to thrive. Come on, Olympus system. Just do something about that. You know, like bring back the E-M10, you know, just update it, you know, with something. Give us face detection, and this will be the perfect beginner level cameras that will wipe everything else on the market right now. I can guarantee that. All you need just put something newer in the system here, like the AF system. I think that would kill it. That would kill it. You don't have to update anything. Just give us AF. I don't even need all the AI mode and things like that in this camera here. This is a purist photographer cameras. I think this is really, really cool. So anyway, thank you, Taylor Swift, if you are watching this. And thank you for watching this video. And hope that you continue to use Olympus cameras and hopefully in the future, Olympus system camera as well. And because they are still gorgeous looking. It will still kind of fit into your wardrobe, I hope. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys stay safe and be creative. And I'll see you next time. I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now. Peace out.